Today, we'll set you up with celebratory cocktails for any occasion. A cocktail for when you're celebrating on your own or in a pair, or a punch for when there's a party and you don't want to be stuck mixing single drinks. We'll also take a look back to the year that was. Thanks so many that help us along the way, and we'll look into the future with Olympic aspirations that you can help bring to life. All of that in the final 2024 episode of Cocktail Time. Let's start.
It's cocktail time!
Cocktail Time couldn't exist without friends of cocktails from around the world. So as much as the algorithm might hate it or the retention suffers, we feel it's only right to take a few moments to look back and shout out to the ones who made all that possible in 2024, including you. But if you are in a rush to make the drinks before company arrives, there's timestamps below, as always, so you can find the recipes you need. Today's cocktails will be based on the excellent partnerships we built with the brands you've seen on the channel throughout the year. Fuel Prosecco, Mejenta Tequila, and Liqueurs & Co. cocktail syrups. With Fuel, we not only made a few interesting episodes on the channel this year, showing you how to use it as a base for a cocktail to make sparkling vermouth, sparkling martini cocktail, or even how to use sparkling wine if it went flat. 3 different ways. But what we also did was crown the Fuel Master 2024, a unique competition where bartenders in Canada, UK and Italy were mastering bubbles, with the 4 winners battling in the 2-part finale in Treviso, where Andrea Napoli created the winning cocktail we later made on the channel as well. I look forward to bringing Fuel to more markets. The same goes for Mejenta Tequila and our EcoVerde project. Their sustainable approach aligns perfectly with what we try to do on Cocktail Time. So I hope you found the 4 chapters we covered with Mejenta: super juice, fermentation, batching, and sustainable garnishes interesting and informative. I was happy to share this knowledge in several packed venues around the world, making sure this B Corp certified tequila doesn't stop with its mission once it's bottled. And we can't forget about Liqueurs & Co., our partner for 3 years straight. There's no other cocktail syrup that comes close to what they managed to put in their bottles. And I look forward to getting their newly designed bottles with some interesting new flavors. We make a lot of DIY ingredients, but you'll see you can even use bottle syrups to make new ingredients for twists on your favorite cocktails. But the reason we're doing all of this is because of you, friends of cocktails. Without you watching, commenting, learning, supporting, and teaching as well, all of this would be pointless. You inspire me and my team to strive for bigger and better things. We'll continue to provide that in the next year as well. Same goes for our Patreon supporters, where we're bringing more exclusive content in return for your support. Thank you. We realize how fortunate we are to be able to do what we love and share it with others, so we decided to pay it forward. Sasha, Robbie and I met years ago, all playing American football on the same team. So as sport enthusiasts, we decided to support an athlete in a pursuit of his dreams. From the Russia Gymnastics School, the hometown of our director, we're proud to support Timon Sternat-Hiter. At just 17, he's a member of the Slovenian gymnastics team, training hard to achieve his dream of competing at the Los Angeles Olympics. We're doing this thanks to you as well, so hopefully in 2028, we'll all be cheering on Timon together. All of that calls for some celebratory cocktails, don't you think? Let's start with a riff on something we've made before, the Dr. Fig cocktail, made in celebration of Slovenia's greatest poet, France Prešeren, back in 2020. Also dubbed the wine old-fashioned, it combined white wine as the base, DIY fig liqueur as the sweetener, and orange bitters, served in a glass with chocolate paint brushed on the inside. So let's see how we'll replace those ingredients for this cocktail, the Dr. Figaro. Fuel Prosecco will of course be the base of the sparkling version of Dr. Fig. Instead of making the fig liqueur from scratch, we'll combine Mejenta Reposado tequila and Liqueurs & Co.'s caramelized fig syrup to create an instant, rich, flavorful liqueur. Fuel pairs extremely well with figs, plus with this syrup having naturally caramelized sugars with notes of honey and dried fruit, it also makes it a perfect pairing for barrel-aged spirits, like Reposado tequila. We'll make the liqueur by combining equal parts of tequila and syrup. I'm going with 4 ounces or 120 ml of Mejenta Reposado and 4 ounces or 120 ml of Liqueurs & Co.'s caramelized fig syrup. Mix and ideally let it sit for a few days, for the flavors to really mix, mingle and bloom. But even now, this 20% ABV liqueur is aromatic enough, thanks to the syrup, that a small amount we'll use in the cocktail will be enough to play its important role. Store it on the shelf and it should be good practically forever. We'll keep the DIY orange bitters from the original recipe and saline solution to boost the flavors. As for the chocolate paint garnish, you could use a double boiler, like we did when making Dr. Fig, or even a microwave, but using this ceramic bowl over a lit candle will give you the option of garnishing several glasses during the night, without the chocolate hardening. When ready, take a small flat brush, Dip it in the chocolate and with clean, straight strokes paint the chocolate from the bottom of the glass all the way up to the rim. I'm going with a tulip-shaped glass for this one, but a wine glass worked great for Dr. Fig. Once you're happy with the result, you'll want to place the glass in the freezer, so the chocolate doesn't melt into the drink too quickly. You'll want to get all of that ready and the ingredients cold before your company arrives. Here's how to build the Dr. Figaro cocktail. Place the chilled and garnished glass on a scale and slowly pour in our sparkling base ingredient, 90 grams of 𝗡𝗲𝘀𝗃𝗃 Prosecco. Next, same as in the original, orange bitters, this time 2 dashes. And of course, we want the chocolate, fig and all of the wonderful notes of 𝗡𝗲 to really pop, so add 2 drops of 20% saline solution. And finally, our tequila-based fig liqueur, half an ounce or 15 ml. For this recipe, it's better to have this chilled as well, because you're not adding any ice. There's no spirits in there, so there's no need to water it down any further. Just gently combine the ingredients with a lift of a bar spoon, and that's it. The chocolate paint will slowly dissolve into the drink, evolving its flavor. It's rich, bubbly and decadent, perfect for a celebration. But if you're hosting a party, I imagine you don't want to go through all of that for all the guests. You deserve to chat, mingle and be a part of the party as well, right? So for the next cocktail, we'll do a punch riff on a strawberry yogurt cocktail. This zero-waste cocktail with strawberry cordial was created to celebrate International Women's Day back in 2023. The prep work for our strawberry punch will be completely different, but the cocktail will be built on the same flavor concepts, making this a fun exercise on how to approach cocktails from different angles. You can make the milk clarified part of this cocktail days in advance, then just mix it with our 𝗡𝗲𝘀𝗃𝗃 Prosecco Rosé when the party starts. To make punch, you'll need tea. Hibiscus will pair nicely with strawberry and 𝗡𝗲𝘀 Rosé, flavor and color-wise. I'm steeping 4 grams of dried hibiscus in 400 grams of water. After 4 minutes, I'll strain the tea and move on to making the acid solution. Acidity is key for milk clarification, and lactic acid is what gives yogurt its distinct sour taste. This is made by dissolving 3 grams of lactic acid in 47 grams of water. You can go with citric acid solution as well, or even just lemon juice, for a more citrusy note on the punch. The base for the punch will be 4.5 ounce or 135 ml of Magenta Blanco, multi-award-winning additive-free tequila. Next, the same amount, 4.5 ounce or 135 ml of unsweetened hibiscus tea, 3 ounces or 90 ml of Liber & Co.'s specific strawberry syrup. Just another way of using this wonderful syrup alongside the many strawberry cocktails we made recently. For a different take on this punch, you can swap strawberry with Liber & Co.'s Yakima Valley peach syrup, which will connect the flavors of Magenta Blanco and 𝗡𝗲𝘀𝘀 Rosé. In this case, swap hibiscus tea with chamomile tea. Back to the recipe. Lastly, add 18 grams of 6% lactic acid solution to bring the acidity we need. Mix these ingredients together, then pour this into 2 ounces or 60 ml of warm milk. The acid solution we added makes sure the milk will curdle, which is key for milk clarification. Leave to sit for a while, then we'll strain out all of the solids, including the milk kernels, using a cloth or coffee filter. Check to see when clear liquid starts coming through, and refilter the first part, if needed. We'll end up with a clarified, velvety and softer tasting milk punch, which could already be a great cocktail on its own, but we'll improve it with some 𝗡𝗲 to make it fit for a celebration. Just make sure this milk punch is nicely chilled first. You could make a big batch of this in a bowl, like we did last year, but there's something nice in making quick work of a single serve as well. So grab a chilled wine glass and add 1.5 ounce or 45 ml of our Blanco tequila based milk punch, followed by 2 drops of 20% saline solution. Place the glass on the scale and finish it off with 120 grams of 𝗡𝗲𝘀𝗃𝗃 Prosecco Rosé. In my masterclasses, I show this flavoring scheme, which is how I always approach pairing flavors with both of these wonderful Proseccos. The strawberry punch easily matches this, highlighting the berry notes and providing a light but luxurious experience for all of your guests. With that, we've made it to the bottom of the glass, and I'd like to take this opportunity to once again thank all our partners, viewers, Patreon supporters, and everyone in the hospitality industry around the world for taking care of us as we get to enjoy in your service.
The Cocktail Time channel will be back in a week as we kick off the 2025 season.
A season full of exciting new projects, innovations, and hopefully even more friends of cocktails.
Cheers.
Cheers.